Motivation Monday. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Brawn Body Podcast. Today, as you know, is Monday. We're recording this podcast right now about 5:30 in the morning on Saturday. I just shared a little bit about it on Instagram. I'm pretty fired up right now. So fired up to the point where, I'm going through my workout and I was like, okay, I got to stop for a minute because I need to share some of this energy with everyone else. And today we're talking about how to never burn out. And what I mean by that is I wake up early in the morning every day. And people ask me, how do I do it? How do I do it? Where's your motivation come from? And all these other things, like what's your motivational secrets or hacks or how do you do it? And this sort of thing. And, a lot of these people that are asking me these questions want to be successful in life. Whether that definition of success is owning a business, being a good parent, or good influence on your family, or whatever it might be. Whatever your definition of success is, you have to remember that it is going to require some aspect of work. And you're probably going to have to change what you're doing in some way. So, for example, there was a time when I did not wake up early. In high school, I would wake up about 6 a.m. Now, I know some of you are already saying, oh my gosh, that's still early. Like, calm down, Dan. But compared to 4 a.m., that's quite a difference, right? And I had to change that, and it was painful. But you have to remember, it's supposed to be painful. Change is supposed to hurt. You cannot remake yourself without it hurting a little bit, because you, as a person, are both the marble and the sculptor. Seriously, you're shaping your own life. But in order to do that, you have to chip away at some spots and add new things. And it hurts. Your body's going to want to resist it. Like, no, this isn't comfortable. This is what I've always been doing. Why are we switching up the mainframe? Well, we're switching up the mainframe because what we were doing was a survival pattern. It was keeping us alive. But we don't want to survive. We want to thrive. We need to fight for that better life. So, when it comes to mentally burning out, we make all these changes, right? We start waking up earlier, we start exercising more, we start reading more, we start eating healthier, and that'll make us a better person, right? But how do you keep going? How do you keep that fire burning? How do you keep the flame alive? I'm going to share a secret that I use, and, this is what keeps me going. This might not work for you. Motivation is something that you have to keep going yourself. You have to stoke that fire on your own. No one else can make you motivated. No one else can look at you and say, okay, now you have unlimited energy. So, first is coming from the book Limitless by Jim Quick. Jim, if you didn't know, is an individual who went from ADD, ADHD, really struggled in school, was told he was basically just going to be a giant failure, but went to college anyways, right? Well, at college, he was given, by a friend's father, I believe, he was given this stack of books, and he was told, read these. And Jim listened because his friend's father was very successful. Well, he read all those books. During the semester, during the middle of a semester, he read, dozens and dozens of books. What happened? He became smarter. His ADD, ADHD ended up going away. He ended up excelling and succeeding in his goals in college. And he just kept going and going and going. He got addicted to learning. And these other things, ADD, ADHD, they ended up going away, like I said. So he put in the work. He worked harder and found out that all of his problems went away the harder he worked. And he liked that. It's an addiction, right? You're doing something. You fall in love with the process. And those things that you struggled with, they just disappear. The obstacle becomes the way. The obstacle becomes the path forward. So as you start beating back those obstacles, you gain more fuel to your fire. You keep pushing harder and burning brighter because you see that what you're doing is working. And he shared the whole point of the book, Limitless, is that your brain is limitless. Seriously, there's no limit to it. It will continue to grow and adapt just like a muscle in response to the stimuli you provide to it. So if you constantly provide it with stimuli that say, oh, sit on the couch, eat more potato chips, watch TV, don't work too hard. If you constantly provide it with that kind of stimulus, what's it going to do? It's going to adapt and it's going to do that. Well, if you provide it with the stimulus of get up, get after it, go achieve your goals, go make something happen, then guess what's going to happen? It's going to adapt to that. And as a result, that limitless energy, whether it be positive or negative, comes to fruition. Now, my other hack, this is a story from Gregory Plitt. And he was one of my inspirations in high school, one of the people that I looked up to in the fitness world, fitness community. He, if you didn't know, he was hit by a train in 2015 and unfortunately passed away before I got the chance to meet him. He was one of those people I really wanted to meet growing up. He was the face of fitness for, such a long time. He had, the head-turning biceps, the awesome physique. He was a U.S. Army Ranger. The list goes on. He was a great guy, great individual. Well, he shared that he never burns out. And when I'm in high school, 16-year-old Dan is like, okay, what's this guy got going for him? Because I feel like I'm burning out, just trying to get through my calculus homework right now. Well, he reminded me to have a worldly perspective, be able to take a step back, and instead of looking at things through your own eyes, look at the world through someone else's eyes. So the next time you feel like you're mentally burning out, that you can't take it anymore, you can't take another step, you can't run for another minute, you can't do any more schoolwork or look at something anymore, you just need to step back and take a break. Next time you feel that way, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to your local hospital. Wear a mask, of course, because pandemic, all that sort of thing. You're going to go to your local hospital, go to the cancer wing, okay? I want you to find that 4-year-old child with cancer. Doesn't matter what kind. Find that 4-year-old child. Probably not going to live to see their 5th birthday, if we're honest. Look at that child straight in the eye and tell them, as you stand there, healthy, on 2 capable feet, 2 capable legs, that you're burning out mentally and you don't want to continue on, that you just need to step back and escape for a while. Or if your hospital doesn't work, go to any kind of event or gathering or place where veterans gather, okay? Maybe that's your local McDonald's on Thursday morning at 7 a.m. for coffee. I don't know. Wherever it might be. And look at a soldier who came back from fighting for your freedom overseas, who lost his leg, who lost his arm, who never is going to live the same life again because of what he saw over there and what he did over there. Look at that person in the eye and tell them that exact same thing. You just can't take it anymore. You're collapsing. You can't withstand all this pressure that's going on, right? And see if those words, you saying those words to that person doesn't kill them right there. Because you know that they would do anything to have that opportunity. Go overseas, okay? Go to a third world country and tell the children in these third world countries that don't even have enough food to get through their day, that you can't finish, this plate of sweet potatoes or, this thing of broccoli because, you don't like the taste of it or whatever. Tell that to people who don't even have enough food to eat. You could probably feed a starving nation with the amount of food Americans throw away. It's absurd. So keep that perspective in mind that there is always someone in a worse situation than you. There is always someone who would do anything for the opportunities that you currently have and that you are taking for granted. So remember, your mind is limitless. It's going to adapt and respond to the stimuli that you feed it. And if you're feeding it good things, it's going to put out good things. The classic garbage in, garbage out. And if you're ever burning out, put a halt to it immediately by changing your perspective. And again, mentally picture yourself saying to any of those individuals or, whoever you've got in your mind that you can't take it anymore. And picture their reaction, picture their face. I know I'm getting detailed here, but if you can think about these things and visualize them in your mind, that look of disappointment, the look of shame, the look of shock and horror, that's going to fuel you, because we like it when people smile at what we say, react positively. We don't like it when we disappoint people, do we? So, again, just little motivational tricks and hacks, and, you can kind of come up with your own and make this your own approach moving forward. But ultimately, you need to remember that there is no such thing as limited energy. There's no such thing as mental burnout or a need to mentally recharge if you are living your life in a inspired and proper fashion. So, with that, get up and get after it today and this week. Stoke your fire and keep it burning. Make it burn hotter, make it burn brighter every single day. Because you realize, the bigger and more powerful you make your own fire burn, not only are the warmer you going to be, but everyone else around you is going to be warmer and benefit from it. So you're benefiting yourself and all those around you when you go after life like this. So with that, thanks for listening to this episode of Motivation Monday on the Brawn Body Podcast. If you like this episode, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Be sure to check us out on social media at Brawn Body, as well as on YouTube, Brawn Body TV. And stay tuned for some exciting updates to our website. We are releasing a new website in the near future that will have all of our programs online. You'll be able to check out and pay for a online custom workout online, and you'll be able to access and pay for one of our new membership services. So stay tuned. Exciting things are on the way. Thanks again for listening.